Culture of the organization is a strong motivational factor which is a driving force for high employee performance. Recently, I read a wonderful book on high performance, which is titled as Build a High Performance Culture. This is written by Dr. Ravindran. This copy is personally autographed by him for me, and I'm going to cherish this in my personal library forever. Hello and welcome to Sip and Talk with Vikram. I'm back with my favorite stack of books and a mug of hot coffee. In this segment of book reviews, I summarize and review some good books worth reading. Those who are watching me for the first time, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to stay notified. Do post in your comments in the main comment box so that I get a feedback from you. Now, coming back to this book, this is published by penmanbooks.com. It has 108 pages and priced at 299. The author, Dr. Ravindran K.A., is a Bachelor of Commerce, Bachelor of Laws, Masters in Personal Management and Industrial Relations, and Ph.D. in Management. He has many publications to his credit in journals, newspapers, and newsletters on human resources management. Most of his experience come from the large organizations managed by the Japanese, so that's where the high performance culture comes from. This book has got 9 chapters, so without much ado, let's get on with the book. Chapter 1: High Performing Teams, Advantages and Benefit. So there are certain advantages and benefits if you have got high performance teams in the organization. One is they develop loyalty amongst each other and with the organization. Also, they optimize productivity. They create joint efforts and develop collaborations. Also, they create more visibility. So this chapter delves upon each of these aspects and discusses how these values are inculcated in the organization. Now it brings to the next chapter. Chapter 2: High Performing Teams Challenges. The main challenge of high performance teams are that they create competition. It also leads to high employee turnover because some are very high achievers and some are not. And this mismatch will create some employee turnover at either end. Also, it sometimes results into negative focus on productivity. And also, there is sometimes the cause of fear of failure. With this, we come to the next chapter. Chapter 3: High Performance Teams Build and Lead. Now, here it is discussed in detail about incorporating the activities and practices that will create positive team attributes, which are bringing everyone on a single platform in terms of understanding and encourage and promote this team alignment culture. It further delves into aspects like trust building, align the connectivity, driving outcomes, communication, create opportunity to learn and improve, rewards and recognition. With this, we come to the next chapter. Chapter 4: High Performing Teams Characteristics. High performing teams always achieve great results through shared vision, goals, collaboration, and they hold each other responsible for quality, results, and finally, the accountability. To achieve these great results, there are some must have characteristics with each team member, Here it is discussed in detail about these characteristics. Broadly speaking, it is categorized as two characteristics, the positivity and productivity characteristic. Without these two characteristics, the high performing teams can't be developed by the leaders of the organization. So, characteristics of positivity are trust and respect, optimism, communication, team common goals, constructive criticism, accept and value diversity, involvement and belongingness. Now, characteristics which can help to give high productivity are employee alignment, best team leadership, strategies and goal setting, managing resources, collaborative decision making, that is the consultative approach, accountability and result orientedness, and being proactive. So now from the teams, we will come to the team leader. And before that, a sip of coffee. Chapter 5, Team Leader Effective Roles. Based on the structure, culture, and size of the organization, the role of the leader may vary in managing the teams in any organization. The success of the team or organization, however, purely depends on the role played by the leader or the leader in making a substantial impact on the productivity and success of their team. Under this chapter, specific roles of a leader can make an impact on people and the organization. It is discussed in details and listed as the roles, which are facilitate adequate training, facilitate the right culture, facilitate right strategy with roadmap for success, drive and facilitate continuous improvements, setting up systems and process in place, facilitate career advancement and growth, encourage out of the box thinking. This brings us to the next chapter. Chapter 6, High Performing Teams, Essential Leadership Skills. Teamwork is essential for the success of any individual or organization. Nobody can do it all alone by himself and can get the required success alone. One has to be in sync with the team and achieve the desired goal to succeed. Therefore, to achieve a high success rate, leaders must develop high performing team members and have also got to lead them effectively. Respect for others is the foundation of high performing leader. Respect is demonstrated daily through the skills that we all learn and make a part of who we are in the team. It is important that the leader is accepted and respected in the team family. The following essential qualities of a leader to lead the high performing teams are addressed in detail, and they are effective communication skills, effective delegation, creative and innovativeness, focus, problem solving, flexibility, resilience, respectfulness, humility, gratitude, courage, vision. And with this, we come to the next chapter. Chapter 7, High Performing Teams, Motivating Pointers. In any workplace, motivation is the essential factor the leader must constantly strive for. When the leader continuously stresses on motivating his team, then all the high performing team members feel inspired, and this brings in motivation. If the leader is successful in driving motivation among his team members, the success of the people and business is assured undoubtedly. High performing employees or teams are the greatest and biggest assets of any organization, irrespective of the industry or segment. Motivating these high performing employees is also one of the difficult tasks that most of our managers and leaders find difficult to manage at times. However, it is very important that these managers and leaders must learn, understand about motivation and manage it successfully. Here in this chapter, various motivating factors are discussed in details. And what are they? Employee engagement, provide freedom to operate, create a culture of employee recognition, empower the team, focus on employee development, communicate with team, that is the openness and transparency, create a healthy work culture, promote and encourage teamwork, fix and communicate clear goals, and of course, the right pay and compensation. This brings us to the next chapter. And before that, I deserve a sip. Chapter 8, High Performing Teams Retaining Pointers. Developing and retaining the high performing employees in the organization is key to every business and essential for the growth of the organization. As per recent studies, high performing employees can be up to 10 times more productive than an average employee. A study published in 2012 in Personal Psychology showed that the top 5% of the workforce produces 26% of the organization's total output. Therefore, the cost of employee turnover is even higher when you lose high performing talents. It becomes too crucial for organizations to retain such talents to keep going. As per a survey of Human Capital Institute, the retention of high performing employees is the biggest priority for HR leaders. So the question here is how you retain high performers. High performers are emotionally connected with their jobs and organizations. They are superstars in the organization. They are always helping in way forward for the company to move ahead. They come up with innovative ideas that help in creating high productivity. Therefore, the organization cannot afford to lose the great performing employees to their competitors. The employees' retention strategies and activities must start from the leaders who are leading the high performing teams, and they should be made responsible and accountable for the retention of such employees to get success. It means the leaders of the high performing team must get trained on best practices for managing and retaining high performing employees. The managers must focus on the following best practices in the industry, and they are: show and express the respect, avoid micromanagement and be flexible with high performing teams, review and feedback regularly, visibility or the mirror of opportunities, develop a culture of transparency and trust, remove the roadblocks to success, provide them challenging jobs, create opportunities for growth, mentoring and coaching, delegation and recognition, and the culture of celebration. Celebrate every small success. This brings us to the next chapter and the last chapter. Chapter 9, Team Performance, Powerful Behaviors to Boost. A study shows that in organizations, only 10% of the population would be high performing employees. And as mentioned earlier, they contribute to 26% of the overall productivity in the organization. Now, 90% of the people in the organization work through collaborative efforts, and that enables them to create teams and teamwork. The study further reveals that 40% of these previously mentioned 90% are dysfunctional and detrimental to the members' experience and lives. The balance 50% who are performing at best with small incremental results. This is what most organizations accept and practice. Now, to change from this scenario or to come into the high performing zone, the leaders must create and establish the culture to be productive and efficient. With this cultural change, everyone can contribute and enter into the high performance population slot in the organization. Now, the following productivity and efficiency boosting measures are discussed in detail. That is, the leader must fix the ground rules and the necessary guidelines. The leader must meet the team members regularly. The leader must set the goals and track it. The leader must boost the self esteem of the employees. The leader must leverage the teams. The leader must respect the values. The leader must follow the ethics and integrity. The leader must be passionate and enthusiastic. The leader must be persuasive and influential. And of course, the leader must encourage to celebrate the success. Now, this brings us to the conclusion of this book. In organizations, because there is a huge monetary value attached to its plant and machinery, they feature as the assets in the balance sheet, even though they depreciate and they require huge maintenance cost. Unfortunately, human resources are not recognized as assets in the balance sheet, and therefore, many organizations do not give much importance to their upgrading, maintaining, and updating their skills of the human resources as regularly they do it for plant and machinery. In an organization, if you see, it is the employees who contribute the greatest towards its growth. You would agree that it is the employee who puts the best forward for taking the organization to greater heights. It is very important that every organization understands the true essence of human resources and the roles played by it for the success of the organization. Employees are also important assets, and if the organization takes care of them, then the employee will never think of parting ways with the organization, and the organization's attrition rate will also not go up. It will make a very good reading of these pointers, and if they can be utilized in the day-to-day work life of people in organization for their betterment and moving from the ordinary to extraordinary. So here's my take about the book. Here's my take. This book is written in a concise manner with a simple narrative touching upon the key aspects of high performance teams. It brings out all the best practices from good industries, which are good employers having a good employee culture and a good organization culture, and they have high performing teams. So, if you want to improve and upgrade your teams, then this is the book for you. So, go grab it and read it today. Thank you so much. Viewers, if you are liking my work, Please share this video to as many people as you can and amplify it. And those who are watching for the first time, please do subscribe, hit the bell icon and stay notified. Do post in your comments in the comment box. I shall look forward to them. Thank you for your patient listening. Namaste.